Alright, welcome back to Anime Open Topics, anime review, episode number 8. So, we actually have more info, basically, for anime coming out next year. So, basically, in the month of January, we have 6 anime having new stuff in the month of January. So, 3 of these anime, I do have a confirmed full release date for them. For Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 Part 1, it's coming out January 9th. The very next day, Fire Force Season 3 Part 2 on January 10th. On January 16th is basically Firene Season 2, Chain Soldier, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, and Trigun Stargaze, all confirmed that, from what I can tell anyways, confirmed for January of next year. For the month of April, we now have currently 4 confirmed for that particular month. Mushoku Tensei Jobless Incarnation, that was confirmed via a financial report, beginning after Season 2, Walking Demon Scammercon, and this was just confirmed just yesterday. ReZero Season 4 is also premiering in the month of April. Yep. Of course, also, I did kind of hear about this in April, also getting from One Country the Master Swordsman. And in the month of July, this is going to be interesting. So, the Detectives Already Dead Season 2 was announced like about 2 or 3 years ago. And apparently they have been no progress on it all, and then all of a sudden Reese's like, oh, it's coming out next year, and now officially I've heard it's coming out in the month of July. Okay, interesting. And then in the month of October, we have The Apothecary Diaries Season 3 Part 1. Yeah, I did hear this is going to be confirmed to be two cores. My guess is for the light novels for Apothecary Diaries, given the fact the first season's pretty much covered, because here's the thing, both first season and second season, both 24 episodes apiece. So maybe they're going to be splitting that in half for some reason. Maybe they're going to be either doing 2 24-episode cores or probably two 12-episode cores. Probably covering 1, maybe 2 books. And that depends on the studio. Yes. Also, there is a full release date for the That Time of Current Slime second movie. February 27th. Yep. Now, the other ones coming next year, I do not have a full release date for it yet, but they are coming out next year. And that is Black Clover Season 2. This one I've heard. This is kind of weird. This one, where at one point it was said it was coming out next year, and then they took it back, and now it's back on the 2026 schedule. It is weird with this one. It's like, is Paramount hesitant with Black Clover of all things to bring this show back at their? By the time it comes back next year, it will be 5 years since the show has been gone. So as for what is taking them so long, I don't know. By the way, the manga has released over 100 chapters. Probably almost 200 chapters since the last episode aired. So there's plenty of material to do this season. Maybe not basically a year-long one, but basically we get probably another one for that one. The other ones confirmed coming next year will be Farming Our Life in the World, the second season for that one. The third season of 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. And Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War. Oh, I know about this one. It's coming next year, but no month or date. Full if I need this one. Yeah. And that's all been confirmed so far. Of anime I'm looking forward to come out next year. A lot of other anime, a lot of other stuff basically I've heard been announced, but I've heard no confirmed release dates for it yet. One I heard recently was somebody put this up on Twitter, and I kind of agree with this. So, next month would mark 2 years since they announced the movie that was supposed to come out for The Eminence in Shadow, They announce it, and then they put out a teaser image, and then nothing. There has been nothing done with this movie for 2 years. I get the fact, yes, they want to take time. But could you at least release some info, studio? Come on! I mean, it's been 2 years. Like, I reviewed this show last year. I kind of liked it. As for the reason why that they're just taking their sweet time with this show is a complete mystery. Like, it is so baffling with this movie. I have never heard of a movie be announced and then, like, one teaser image gets released and then nothing for 2 years. And you probably all like, would anybody care the movie comes out? I do. I would love to see the movie come out. Oh, also, nothing confirmed next year. Is the special for I Got Cheats in the World and Got Rebel 2. I'm still hoping that they basically took that credit scene from the final episode and make the beginning portion of the special, because that was stupid on the part of the animators. Put that in the credits with no dialogue. Especially as one of the most important scenes of light novels. Oh yeah, I should probably also put on here, because basically I did watch it recently, The Adolescence of a Bookworm. Yeah. The 4th season is coming next year for that one, because I did watch first 3 seasons this year. Looking forward to it. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a movie coming out, Apothecary Diaries, supposedly next year as well. And also part 2 is supposed to come out in 2027 for Apothecary Diaries. Yep. But that's all been confirmed so far. One thing I'm really hoping for one of these shows, I think it was Fire Force, I think it was. Yes. So, for Fire Force, the anime has a lot of chapters left to be adapted. Yes. Yes, it does. It is my honest opinion that either, because I think it'd be kind of stupid if they just basically just, rush through like 50 chapters in 12 episodes. That's stupid. It's a really stupid idea. I mean, there's a lot of manga to adapt for this one, yes. Here's what I just boned to do. Here's what I suggest. They have possibly... Well, here's the thing. See, the part 2 cannot be 12 episodes. Because... Here's the reason why it cannot be 12 episodes. Because there's still a lot of manga to adapt. And they confirmed this is going to be the last season of the show. They have 2 options. Either, number 1... make it more than 12 episodes. I'd say make it about 24, maybe 25-ish to cover the rest of the manga. It's a lot to adapt, by the way. Like, if you're a little curious, like, because this is a very interesting question here for this one, like, how much of the manga is left to be adapted for this series? The last episode aired which is part of the Stone Pillars arc. Actually, I think they were starting that. Because I think that the last episode of the season basically went to chapter, I think it was like 205. I think that, no, actually they started. Yeah, they started Stone Pillars. I think like the same episode, I think it was, yes. Now, Stone Pillars... I think they went through like the first 2 chapters. This one, yes, this one they have like 12 chapters to go. Asakusa Showdown. This is 10 chapters. Ku's History is roughly 4 chapters. Final Pillar is 7 chapters. Battle of Asamatsu is the longest arc. It's like the third to last arc of the series. This is roughly 11 chapters. Great Cataclysm is 52 chapters. And then the epilogue is like 2 chapters. Yes. So, given how much is left to be adapted here, if they adapt 4 chapters an episode, because that's kind of what they did with this stuff here, because I think they went to the first 2 chapters of Stone Pillars, I think it was. Yes, I think it was like... Yeah, I think it was like the first maybe 2 chapters, I think it was. Because the fact that about 12 chapters to go, you can probably get through this in 3 episodes. Yes. Asuka's Showdown, this will take about 2.5, I'd say. Yeah, 2.5. History, this will take, because this is roughly 4 chapters. This one particularly, I think they'll finish up basically with, this is my personal theory anyways. The first 3 episodes of Core 2 will cover the first, will cover the Stone Pillars arc. And then I think it'll be like, I'd say like, because the next one's 10 chapters, I'd say that, this is just my personal theory in the matter. I don't know if this will be really true when it comes to Bones. That episode 4 could cover chapters 20, 23, 5, 24 to 27, 6, 20, 29, and then the first 2 chapters of the Katsu History. So I'd say 6 will cover like the last 2 chapters of Asuku's Showdown, and basically the first 2 chapters of Katsu History, and then like episode 7 will cover 32, 33 of that one. And probably go through also the first 2 chapters of this one. And then 8 will cover like the rest of this one. My guess is this, because the Battle of Asamatsu is 11 chapters. This one could probably cover about, and that's if basically they do this. I don't know if they will. I think they'll probably finish this up by episode 11. And just have the last 2 chapters be adapted for that one, and then start up the Great Cataclysm. This is roughly 52 chapters. Like, it's going to have to be more than 12 episodes, basically, to cover this. To cover this whole thing, like, because if they already covered, like, the first 2 chapters already for this 50 chapter arc, that means that they probably have to do this in 12 episodes. Yeah, 12 episodes to cover this one arc. Yeah. More like about 12.5, and then basically epilogue. So, my personal theory is that this core should be exactly about 24 to 25 episodes apiece. The 25 overall. It has to be this length, because you're not going to cover everything. Unless the other option is that if they can't get everything in the episodes that they're probably going to announce for it, there's going to have to be Core 3. There's definitely going to be Core 3. Because this is the last season. There's got to be Core 3. And that's the only way to finish adapting this whole entire series. Like I said, it's got to be Core 3. It's got to be that. But, like I just said, it depends on Bones for this one. Yes. As for the other ones, per se, Firene, I mean, like the first season, which was 28 chapters, that's how much, that's 20 episodes. It covered like the first like 60 chapters. That depends on the studio. I'm not sure how far they go with it per se. Chain Soldier, Pens, My Hero, Crime Vigilantes. This one probably would take the place of My Hero. I don't know if it'd be 12 episodes like the first season was. It could be a little longer. I mean, they're not worried. This one, they're not worried about catching the manga. Not really, no, because the manga has ceased. Same with Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm glad it's 2 parts to cover this one. Yes, I'm glad it is. Machuca Tenshin Jumps Incarnation. This one could be 2 course. It is possible, but all the announced season is coming next year. They did not say there's going to be Core 2 coming. I would not be surprised, given the fact that the first season did have 2 cores apiece. So that's probably what they're going to do. And given the fact that season 2 covered book 12, my guess is that for season 3, because of the fact that each core covers like roughly 3 books apiece, I'm guessing that season 3 will go from books 13 to 18. Yes, 13 to 18. And if they continue doing this, like doing 6 book season, then you can do season 4. You can go books 19 to like, I'd say like 24. There's probably enough material for Machuca Tensei to do at least. You could probably even do a full 5th season for 2 cores, because you could probably cover the last 2 books of the main series and then the first 2 volumes of Redundant Incarnation. That is possible, but that depends upon the Eggshow Studio making it. The Detectives already did. They could probably cover 2 books. That's probably they can do. My Country Red Swordsman, not sure about this one per se. ReZero. This one probably will cover like the rest of like book 20, because it technically wasn't finished. And like given the material I saw from the trailer I saw for it, my guess is that this will probably go either. I'm hoping that this basically doesn't have the same fate as season 3, where like they have to basically split it up into 2 cores, like after this 8 episodes. I'm really hoping we don't follow that same pattern. Oh, in case you're curious though, the arc that the season's probably going to be adapting, it's only 5 books, so my guess is this is the one to probably cover basically like, well, basically book 25. I'm hoping the X finish adapting it. Welcome to Demon School American. Not sure how much this one cover this one. Same to begin, I'm not sure. Trigon's Stargaze, that depends on the studio. Same with Chain Soldier. But in the case of like Atlas Bookworm, this one I think will start adapting from I think it started adapting book 8. Yes, because the first season covered the first 3 books. Season 2 covered books 4 and 5. 3 covered books 6 and 7. So my guess is that season 4 will start at book 8 and maybe go to book 10. That depends on the new studio, because they have to switch studios because of because the studio they're working with, because they have a new studio. I think it's like which studio I think it is. It grew the original studio that we're producing. That's why I heard that's the reason why, because basically all these awards, it needs a bigger studio. Okay. But what about these other ones, like Farmer Life World? I'm guessing when they're 12 episodes. I'm hoping we'll have to wait another 2 years for another 3 years another season, but it probably covers much. It depends on how much it covers. I'm looking forward to it. I know Lucy, Christian, and Monica are all looking forward to it. The 100 Girlfriends Really, Really Love You. This one probably cover much more than the manga. I'm not sure how much more. Given the fact what season 2 ending, it only got like, I think it was like chapter like 30. I think it was like 36. I think it was maybe. Bleed Stars Blood War Part 4. Excuse me. This one, this is going to cover the rest of the manga. Yes. That's basically, and this is the last set for the series. This is what I've heard anyways, because it was confirmed for 4 cores. So this is going to be the last one. So also they're going to put more pace in the episodes, what I heard. And I have heard rumblings about this for quite a while, that they're going to put original material into this one. There hasn't been very much of it per se, but I've heard this one's going to have the original material in it. But that depends upon Parrot for that one, because this is actually one of 2 shows from Parrot, basically, because I think like Mappa's doing Jujutsu Kaisen, Bones doing Firene, Madhouse is doing Firene, Bones is doing Fire Force, and My Hero Academia Vigilantes. But not much to say about this one. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, to notifications. Next up, newest episode Super Sentai. Okay, next video. Bye.